Netflix's The Witcher ranks at number 8 on the platform's top 10 most watched English TV shows of all time. So the fact that Netflix is dedicating more content to this uber-popular series is a no-brainer. Prequels, spin-off series, and anime films all set in the same fantasy world have either been released or are in the pipeline. Here's what we know about a new animated Witcher film that will be released sometime this year. First up, The Witcher is a fantasy series revolving around Geralt of Rivia, a powerful Witcher. In the story, Witchers are beast hunters who train and develop powers at a young age to battle monsters and other beasts. In return, they get coins and glory, though the glory part gets lost in translation sometimes as they are feared for the dangerous feats they perform and powers they wield. The creators of the Netflix show learned early on that they had struck a gold mine and the show was destined for great things. They saw its potential and started expanding upon it soon after the success of the first season, and they had no dearth of content to draw inspiration from. Author Andrzej Sapkowski's 8-book series spawned a sequence of video games which includes 3 main standalone games, 2 expansion packs, and 3 spin-off games. The show currently has 2 seasons streaming on Netflix, with a 3rd season approved. Netflix specials. One Netflix adaptation later, the series has further bled into the entertainment world. After the first season alone, 2 specials titled Making the Witcher and The Witcher: A Look Inside the Episodes were released to give fans of the show a look into the popular show's production. The specials were well received, and the second season brought more of them, mainly making The Witcher Season 2 The Characters of the Continent, The Witcher Fireplace, and The Witcher Bestiary Season 1 Part 1 and 2, The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf. Netflix also released a standalone anime film titled The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, which received glowing reviews. The film was set in 1165 and follows adventures of Vesemir, voiced by Theo James, who is the mentor of our hero, Geralt of Rivia. The plot of the film predates the events of the Witcher series and introduces Vesemir, who we meet in The Witcher Season 2, thus setting the stage for the show's second installment, so it ties in quite nicely with the show. Next, we have the Witcher Cinematic Universe. Witcher fans rejoiced when the show's creator, Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich, shared that she has signed a mega deal with Netflix to further expand the Witcher series, much like its own version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The WCU will further explore Geralt's story from the books, while also coming up with other creative content as decided in a multi-year agreement with the streaming giant. Now for some upcoming projects. The Witcher Cinematic Universe has already started to come together, with several new projects being announced in Netflix's Tadum event, The Witcher Blood Origin. The Witcher Blood Origin is a live-action series that will reportedly be released sometime this year. The series will revolve around the creation of the first Witcher and conjunction of the spheres, a key event from the series lore that merged multiple universes into one, creating all types of monsters and otherworldly creatures. The live action will tell the tale of 11 civilizations and Witchers in their prosperous times before humankind took over and wiped them out. So the series will act as another prequel as these events took place well before our Witcher, Geralt's time. Michelle Yeoh has been cast as the lead in the series, which was originally announced in the mid of 2020. Family-friendly animated series. The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf's success paved the way for more animated content. The movie killed 2 birds with one stone by beefing up Netflix's selection of anime for older viewers and by showing that fans of the show are receptive to such content. Showrunner Lauren Hissrich shared that the project has barely begun the development phase. The Witcher has a penchant for blood, gore, and all sorts of violence, which isn't exactly PG-13. This fact created quite a dilemma for the show's creators, as these elements play a necessary part in the stories. As Hissrich shared about having to navigate this issue, they're morality tales, they're fairy tales, they're based on a bunch of folklore and mythology, the exact story of tales that Grimm's fairy tales do, that frankly Disney movies do. So it was about how do we take those fundamental lessons, those same tales, keep them in the world of The Witcher, but make them more appropriate for kids. Despite the trials and tribulations coming their way already, the team has decided to go ahead with the project and think it will act as a sort of early induction into the fandom. She thinks that by opening a channel in the story for children aged around 8 to 10 years old, she can increase the show's viewership and also create a faction that will then grow up excited to step into the world of the original series they have created in The Witcher. New anime film. NOTW was able to garner critical acclaim and generate fan fervor as well. The anime film's stellar animation was praised too, so it makes sense that a sequel would be coming soon. However, from what we know so far, the upcoming anime film in the franchise will not be a sequel to The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf. According to critic theories, NOTW has served its purpose by introducing Vesemir and his backstory, which was essential for his cameo in The Witcher Season 2, so it would make sense for the new film, if it is a sequel, to introduce a new character that will be pivotal to Season 3. However, according to new reports, Lauren Hissrich has announced that the film will be set 1,200 years in the future, way after Geralt's time. She also shared that they have no idea what the story will be at the moment, because things are in too much of a nascent stage at the moment. She does hope the project will be more of a standalone that will bring eyes to the franchise but still be able to hold its own. The crew on the film includes some recurring writers from the original series, so we can expect similar, stellar writing for people who are already passionate about the franchise. Studio Mir's involvement for the animation aspect has not been confirmed or denied yet. Next in other news, The Witcher isn't the only season looking at renewals and expansion. There's more exciting Netflix news on the horizon. Bridgerton Season 3 will be Pauline's season. Bridgerton has a lot more similarities with The Witcher than you think. Both shows are adaptations of famous book series. series. Both shows have garnered immense praise and attention. Both shows have received the green light to be renewed for season 3, but that is where the similarities end. Where The Witcher delivers blood and gore, Bridgerton brings flowers and delicacies. The Witchers fight monsters for compensation, while the ladies and gentlemen of the Ton secure matches and discuss dowries. Season 3 of Bridgerton will bring exciting news for fans of Penelope and Colin, as the fan favorites will finally get their time in the limelight. Nicola Collin, who plays Penelope Featherington, shared that the sequence of the Netflix series will be diverging from the sequence of the books, and her character will be getting her romantic arc first. In the books, Eloise Bridgerton would be the next in line to be betrothed to Sir Philip, but by straying from the timeline, the showrunner, Shonda Rhimes, has given Eloise fans hope that she might yet end up with a certain Mr. Theo Sharp. But for now, the spotlight is on Paula, new Black Mirror series in works. We've discussed the new content coming in the Witcher cinematic universe, but another popular TV show has a new series coming to Netflix. It's been 3 years since season 5 of the show aired on Netflix, but now, a new installment of the show is in the works. Sources divulge that season 6 will be the biggest season yet, having more episodes than season 5, and extra attention being paid to each episode. Each of the said episodes has a huge budget, being treated as individual feature films with high production values. This season comes as a breath of relief for fans, as it is the first season to come out after news broke that the show's creator, Charlie Brooker, and his creative partner, Annabelle Jones, had left their production company, House of Tomorrow. The pair had started another production company by the name of Broken Bones, which Netflix invested in early on. The duo's departure meant that Black Mirror stayed with the parent company, Endemol Shrine Group, until it was acquired by Banjay Group in 2020. Previously, Brooker himself had shared that he was looking to work on comedic scripts instead of more post-apocalyptic content or the likes of it. Season 6 announcement shows that all parties have finally aligned, and while Netflix and Banjay Rights have refused to comment on the story at present, Black Mirror fans are just ecstatic for their favorite show's return. That's a wrap for this video. Are you excited about the new Witcher anime film? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our new channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.